As she sat watching the world go by, something caught her eye. It wasn't so much its color or shape, but the way it was moving. She squinted to see if she could better understand what it was and where it was going, but it didn't help. As she continued to stare into the distance, she didn't understand why this uneasiness was building inside her body. Life has a way of throwing unexpected storms at us. One moment, everything seems to be going fine, and the next, you're caught in the middle of a storm so fierce that you don't know which way to turn. It could be a financial crisis, a health issue, a broken relationship, or a season of doubt and fear. In those moments, it's easy to feel like everything is falling apart. It's easy to believe that the storm is here to break you. But what if I told you that the storm is not a sign of your failure? What if I told you it's a setup for something greater? Too often we see struggles as roadblocks when they are actually stepping stones. We see pain as punishment when it could be preparation. The storm you're facing right now is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to develop you. It's shaping you, strengthening you, and stretching you in ways you never imagined. But the key to surviving and thriving through life's storms is in your perspective, because what you see determines how you respond. If you see your storm as the end, you will give up. If you see it as a setup, you will rise up. Think about a seed planted in the ground. To the outside world, it looks like it's been buried, forgotten, and left in the dark. But what's really happening? That seed isn't buried, it's being planted. The darkness isn't its end, it's its beginning. The soil isn't there to suffocate it, it's there to nurture it. The soil doesn't there to suffocate it, it's there to nurture it. And after some time, after pushing through the dirt, the seed grows into something greater than it was before. That's exactly how storms work in our lives. What feels like being buried is actually the process of being planted for growth. One of the biggest mistakes we make in tough times is focusing on what we've lost instead of what we're gaining. We look at the doors that have closed, the opportunities that slipped away, the people who walked out of our lives, and we assume that it's all working against us. But if you look deeper, you'll realize that every storm carries hidden blessings. Maybe that closed door saved you from something that wasn't meant for you. Maybe that disappointment is redirecting you to something better. Maybe that hardship is making you stronger in ways you can't yet see. History is filled with stories of people who faced massive setbacks, but refused to let those setbacks define them. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he created the light bulb. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. But what if they had given up? They would have never walked into the greatness that was waiting on the other side. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the absence of storms, it's how they choose to see them. When you shift your perspective, your whole attitude changes. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? You stop seeing obstacles as dead ends and start seeing them as detours leading you to something better. You stop allowing fear to dictate your choices and start walking in faith, knowing that the storm is temporary, but your purpose is permanent. I won't pretend it's easy. Shifting your perspective takes work. It takes a conscious decision to look beyond what you feel and focus on what you know. Feelings will tell you that you're failing, that you're alone, that there's no way out. But the truth is, you are still standing, still breathing, still capable of moving forward. The fact that you're in a storm doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're in the process of being made stronger. And here's the most powerful part. Once you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked into it. You'll be wiser. You'll be stronger. You'll be more prepared for what's ahead. You'll have a testimony to tell, a story to inspire others, a resilience that nothing can shake. The things that once scared you won't scare you anymore because you've already faced the worst and survived. So the next time you find yourself in the middle of a storm, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is not my end, this is my setup. This is my preparation. This is my launching pad into something greater. The storm isn't here to break you. And when you come out on the other side, you'll realize that what looked like a setback was actually the greatest setup of your life. Your mind is the battleground where victory or defeat is decided long before anything happens in your life. Every action, every decision, and every response to life's challenges begins in the mind. The thoughts you allow to take root will shape the way you see yourself, the way you handle struggles, and ultimately the kind of life you live. And if you let lies take hold, they will shape your reality in ways you never intended. That's why guarding your mind is not optional, it's essential. Lies come in many forms. Some are the whispers of past failures telling you that you'll never get it right. Some come from the comparison trap, making you believe that you're not good enough because someone else seems more successful, more talented, or more put together. Some lies come through fear, convincing you that you're not strong enough to handle what's ahead. And the worst part, when these lies go unchecked, they don't just stay in your mind, they start becoming the way you see the world. If you believe you're not capable, you'll stop trying. If you believe you're unworthy, you'll settle for less than you deserve. If you believe nothing good ever happens to you, you'll miss the blessings that are right in front of you. The lies you entertain will eventually dictate the life you experience. That's why you must take control of your thoughts before they take control of you. Think of your mind like a garden. Whatever is planted there will grow, whether good or bad. If you let weeds, negative thoughts, doubts, and lies take over, they will choke out the life and potential within you. But if you intentionally plant truth, hope, and faith, you will grow into the person you were meant to be. The question is, what are you allowing to grow in your mind? One of the most common lies that people believe is that their past defines them. They think, I've failed too many times. I've made too many mistakes. I'll never be able to change. But let me ask you this. Who told you that? Just because you stumbled doesn't mean you're stuck. Your past may be part of your story, but it doesn't have to be the final chapter. Growth happens when you stop replaying the lies of your past and start embracing the truth of your potential. Another dangerous lie is the idea that you have to be perfect to be valuable. Social media magnifies this lie, making it seem like everyone else has it all together while you're struggling behind the scenes. But the truth is, nobody has it all figured out. Everyone has battles they don't talk about, struggles they're working through, and insecurities they try to hide. Perfection is an illusion. Your worth isn't based on how flawless you appear. It's based on who you are at your core. Stop measuring yourself against impossible standards and start seeing yourself through the lens of truth. Fear is another voice that tries to shape your reality. It tells you that the worst case scenario is inevitable, that you shouldn't take risks, that you should stay in your comfort zone because at least there you're safe. But here's what fear doesn't tell you. Staying in your comfort zone may keep you safe, but it will also keep you small. It will keep you from stepping into opportunities, from discovering what you're truly capable of, from living the life you were meant to live. Fear is a liar, and the only way to silence it is to act in faith, despite what it whispers in your mind. So how do you guard your mind? First, you have to become aware of the thoughts you're allowing in. Pay attention to the things you tell yourself daily. Are they building you up or tearing you down? Are they based on truth or fear? If a thought isn't helping you grow, it doesn't belong in your mind. Second, you have to replace lies with truth. It's not enough to just remove negative thoughts. You have to fill your mind with something better. Start affirming the truth over yourself. Speak life into your situation. Remind yourself that you are capable, that you are growing, that you are not defined by your past, that you have purpose. When you fill your mind with truth, lies have no space to grow. Finally, protect what influences your thinking, the people you surround yourself with, the content you consume, and the conversations you engage in all have an impact on your mindset. If you're constantly around negativity, doubt, and fear, it will seep into your thinking. But if you surround yourself with encouragement, wisdom, and faith, your mind will be strengthened. Be intentional about what you allow into your mental space. At the end of the day, your mind is one of the most powerful tools you have. If you guard it, it will guide you towards strength, growth, and resilience. But if you let lies shape your reality, you'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of fear and limitation. Choose today to take control of your thoughts. Choose to believe in the truth over the lies. Choose to guard your mind because your future depends on it. As she sat watching the world go by, something caught her eye. It wasn't so much its color or shape, but the way it was moving. She squinted to see if she could better understand what it was and where it was going, but it didn't help. As she continued to stare into the distance, she didn't understand why this uneasiness was building inside her body. Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expected. There are moments when everything seems to be working against you, when the struggles feel overwhelming, and when you begin to question whether you have the strength to keep going. It's in these moments that you must remind yourself your battle is not just about what's happening right now. It has a bigger meaning, a greater purpose. Every challenge, every setback, every hardship is shaping you for something beyond what you can see in the moment. That's why you must stay rooted in purpose, because when you understand the why behind your struggle, you can push through anything. Too often, people give up because they focus only on what they are going through instead of what they are growing into. If you only see the pain, the exhaustion, and the disappointment, you will want to quit. But if you look deeper, if you anchor yourself in purpose, you will see that your struggle is not wasted. It is refining you, preparing you, and positioning you for something greater. Purpose gives pain meaning. When you know there's a reason behind your battle, you don't just endure it, you rise above it. Think about a seed planted in the soil. From the surface, it looks buried, hidden, and forgotten, but in reality, it is in the process of becoming something greater. The darkness isn't its end, it's the pressure from the soil isn't destroying it, it's pushing it to grow. The seed has to stay rooted because in time it will break through the ground and become something strong, something full of life. That's exactly how purpose works in our lives. If you stay rooted, even when the process is difficult, you will grow into the person you were meant to be. One of the biggest reasons people lose hope in the middle of their struggles is because they assume the battle is pointless. They start to believe the lie that they are just suffering for no reason, that their pain has no value. But every great story, every powerful testimony, every breakthrough is built on moments of struggle. The greatest leaders, the most influential people, the strongest individuals have all gone through seasons where they wanted to give up. But the difference between those who give in to struggle and those who grow through it is their perspective. They understand that what they are going through has a purpose beyond their current pain. When you stay rooted in purpose, your perspective changes. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? You stop seeing obstacles as the end of the road and start seeing them as stepping stones. You begin to realize that your battle isn't just about you, it's about the people you're meant to impact, the lives you're meant to touch, the strength you're meant to develop. The challenges you face today will become the wisdom you share tomorrow. The pain you push through will become the encouragement you give to others who are struggling. Think about the people who have inspired you the most. Chances are they didn't inspire you because life was easy for them. They inspired you because they overcame something, because they refused to let hardship define them, because they found purpose in their struggle. And just like them, you have a story being written right now. You are in a chapter that might feel uncertain, difficult, or overwhelming, but this is not the end of your story. If you keep going, if you stay rooted in your purpose, you will come out. So the truth is, battles don't just test you, they reveal you. They show what you're made of, what you're capable of, and what really matters to you. When things get hard, you can either let them pull you away from your purpose or let them push you deeper into it. You have to decide that no matter how tough the battle gets, you will not let it break you. You will not let fear win. You will not let doubt stop you. You will stand firm knowing that what you're fighting for is bigger than what you're feeling in the moment. You were not created to live defeated. You were not meant to go through life aimless, lost, or hopeless. You have a purpose, and that purpose is bigger than your struggles. The battle you are facing is not here to destroy you. It's here to prepare you. Stay rooted in that truth. Stay grounded in the knowledge that your fight is not in vain. One day you will look back and realize that every struggle, every tear, every late night of doubt was part of a bigger plan to shape you into who you were meant to be. So stand firm, keep going, stay rooted. Your battle has a bigger meaning. And if you don't give up, you will see it unfold in ways you never imagined. Struggles are often seen as something to escape, something to avoid at all costs. Nobody wakes up hoping for hardship, pain, or difficulty, but here's the truth. Strength isn't developed in comfort, it's forged in the fire of struggle. The pressure you feel in this season of your life isn't there to crush you. It's there to create something powerful within you. If you can shift the way you see struggle, you'll realize that what looks like opposition is actually an opportunity. What feels like a burden is actually building you into something greater. Look at anything strong, valuable, or powerful, and you'll see a process of pressure behind it. Diamonds don't form without intense heat and pressure. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Gold isn't purified without fire. Anything worth having, anything truly strong has been through something. And the same is true for you. The challenges you're facing, the obstacles you're pushing through, the battles you're fighting, they're not signs that you're weak. They're proof that you're being strengthened. The problem is most people want strength without struggle. They want to be wise without ever facing situations that require wisdom. They want patience without ever being put in situations that test their patience. They want growth without discomfort, but that's not how strength is built. You don't become strong by avoiding struggles. You become strong by walking through them and refusing to give up. Think about some of the most inspiring people in history. They didn't become great because life was easy for them. They became great because they refused to let their struggles break them. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but instead of allowing bitterness to consume him, he emerged as a leader who changed a nation. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before finally inventing the light bulb, but he didn't let failure define him. Every success story is rooted in struggle. The pressure they faced produced something powerful within them. The same principle applies to your life. Whatever you're going through right now, the setbacks, the disappointments, the hardships, it's not wasted. Every difficult moment is teaching you something, strengthening you in ways you might not see yet. You may not understand why you're facing what you're facing, but trust that this process is shaping you. One of the biggest mistakes people make in the midst of struggle is thinking that difficulty is a sign they should quit. They assume that if something is hard, it must mean they're on the wrong path. but often the hardest battles come before the biggest breakthroughs. When you feel like giving up, that's usually the moment right before everything starts to shift. The pressure is there because you're on the verge of something greater. Instead of running from struggle, lean into it. Ask yourself, what is this moment teaching me? How is this shaping me? What strength is being built in me through this pressure? When you start seeing struggle as preparation rather than punishment, everything changes. You stop feeling like a victim and start realizing that you're being trained for something bigger. Pressure reveals who you truly are. It shows what you're made of. It forces you to dig deep and find strength you didn't know you had. Think about a boxer in the ring. When they're hit, they don't just stand there, they adjust. They fight back. They use the pain as fuel. Life works the same way. When challenges hit you, you have two choices. Let them knock you down permanently or use them to make you stronger. The struggles you're facing today are equipping you for the future. The patience you're learning in this season will prepare you for the opportunities ahead. The endurance you're building through hardship will help you handle greater responsibilities. The character you're developing through struggle will allow you to step into the purpose that's waiting for you. But you have to decide not to quit. You have to decide that the pressure won't break you, it will build you. You have to decide that even when things get hard, you'll keep pushing forward. Strength isn't about never feeling weak. It's about refusing to stay down when you fall. It's about knowing that the struggle is temporary, but the strength it produces will last forever. So whatever you're going through, don't let it make you bitter. Don't let the pressure discourage you, let it develop you. One day you'll look back on this season and realize that it wasn't breaking you, it was building you into something stronger than you ever imagined.